Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're giving you our Week 9 fantasy football starts and sits for the Thursday night football game between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. That's right, primetime home game. Justin, here you go. Indy is going to host one finally. We're here to help you make all the right decisions on who should be in your lineup and who you probably should sit. Let's start this fantasy football podcast right now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Fantasy Football Upside. I am Justin, that is Kyle. Thanks for dropping by our Fantasy Football podcast and YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Today, we are going to give you the starts and sits for the Thursday night football matchup between the New York Jets and my Indianapolis Colts, baby. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell hath frozen over, Kyle, because Colts have a prime time home game.
There you go.
First time since 2017. But hey, you know what, NFL? Let's go ahead and give the Colts a Thursday night game against the Jets. Don't worry about a Sunday night game or a Monday night game at home. No, we don't want those because we all know Thursday night primetime games are where, we have to give this team one. We have to give this team one. That's what Thursday night is going into now, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is a barn burner that we got brewing here.
It is, man. It is. But ahead of this game, yesterday, we gave you all our waiver wire ads for Week 9. So definitely check that out in the description below and where Kyle points.
Oh, nope, it's over here.
I always forget. I know. It's the mirrored camera always gets me,
there it is. Man. It gets you.
But that's all I got right before we get rolling, man.
All right. Well, hey, you know what I always say? Click that like button down below, and you might want to subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video, guys. All right. So we're talking about starts and sits. So if you've got any questions about guys you want to start and sit, or maybe you have questions about this Thursday night game, feel free to raise your hand, drop a question down below, and just say, "Little help now." That's right. And then we're always asking that question. Do you need assistance? We're here to help you guys. So let us know if you need some of that help. Let's dive in headfirst into the shallow end, Justin, and start talking about this Thursday night football game between the Jets, who are effectively still the worst. Yep, that's right. They are still effectively the worst. I think, is it possible they got a little bit better, or it was just lightning in a bottle, right? I mean, what happened there? I don't know. A lot of people busted out of Survivor leagues because of Mike White Lightning. I'm going to leave it alone. What was it? Tyron Johnson? Was that who it was?
Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson.
Some colorful language.
Else. Yeah, a little more purple prose than what we'll go with.
A different middle name.
Yep. Definitely a different middle name. And I'm sure Mike White's mother was less than pleased. But anyway... Mike White.
Took me a second there, Kyle. Talk slower for me, buddy.
He'll get there. He'll get there. You can see it working. You can see it just.
You really could.
Yeah. Wind that back. All right, guys. So the question is going to be, Mike White, is he worth starting? No, he is not worth starting, actually. I don't believe so. I think it's actually possible Zach Wilson still gets the start here. I don't know if he's completely out of like the injury issues that he's got going on, but I don't see Mike White as being much more than just kind of that lightning in a bottle, flash in a pan kind of deal. I could be wrong. That would be kind of cool to be wrong on it because, man, that was a very impressive situation going on there. As far as the other guys here, Michael Carter, I like Michael Carter. I like him as a running back. I don't like him in fantasy football this week because this is not the defense to run on, guys. It's not great. Not great at all because they're facing the second best defense against running backs in fantasy football right now. So hard pass. I'm sorry. You got to pass on Michael Carter. If you've got somewhere else you can turn to, you may not have anywhere else you can turn to because we are dealing with a lot of bye weeks again still. And so you got to deal with that. You got to figure that one out. However, this is actually a pass funnel defense. This is kind of like, Tampa Bay, not as severe of a situation. Tampa Bay, I think, is like number 1 to top 3 against the run, but bottom 3 against the pass, right? Well, guess what? The Colts are number 2 against against running backs, but against wide receiver, they are 7th worst. 7th worst. So that means that the passing game will get a lot more traction, a lot more aggressiveness there. I still think you pass on the QB, but I think that makes Elijah Moore a flex play, and I would say Jamison Crowder is a start. I'm just not going to bet on a whole lot of points out of any of these guys because it is still the Jets, and they are still the worst. No two ways about it. I don't think anybody else is worth considering here. The tight end room is a little bit weird at this point. And so I'm just kind of leaving it all hanging out there and letting it go, moving on because it's the Jets and it's a Thursday night game. And I don't want to commit myself too heavily that early in the week. And I think that's what the Jets are, is a heavy commitment that early. So what do you have on the Colts, on your Colts?
Well, I was going to go back real quick on your Elijah Moore, Jamison Crowder. I think Moore is going to play a little bit more on the outside, with Jamison Crowder's always kind of been on the inside, which I would feel Moore has a lot better of an opportunity here because the other Moore,
Crowder
the Colts,
eats up targets.
Well, the thing is, Kenny Moore is one of the best slot cornerbacks in the league, and he stays right around that slot. So I think he's going to be on Crowder quite a bit this game. But also, all right, going to the Colts here. Carson Wentz. I mean, if you're going to start a guy, this is a mouth-watering matchup right here. They're going to throw the ball a lot, which, that actually should change a little bit this week. I mean, Wentz should still provide you some back-end QB1 value, but even Frank Reich was looking at it like, he had 51 dropbacks, Carson Wentz did last week, and only gave Jonathan Taylor 16 carries. That can't happen if you want to win games. That's not how this team is set up. I don't understand why they keep doing that. It doesn't make any sense. One touch in the entire overtime period. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. How do you give Jonathan Taylor, the guy who literally made the game work for you, how do you give him only one touch?
It's insane.
That one touch nailed the over, though. 4 yards, got the over by 1.5.
Attaboy. That was a pretty cool little wildcat play with Hines and Jonathan Taylor. But Jonathan Taylor is a start for sure. But he needs to carry the ball 20 times, plus throw in a couple carries, because he is showing that he can catch the ball out of the backfield. As one of the first few plays of the game, he had a nice little wheel route, hit him on the sideline there, and he took off for like 30 some odd yards. That's like, why can't you? What do you
think about this with Henry out? Is Jonathan Taylor running back one by the end of the season?
I would say so. I mean, he's already been running back
in
2,
fantasy football. He's top 3. I think he's sitting at 2 right now. In some leagues, he might be a 3. But I think
real football, he's probably getting close to that.
Yeah. I mean, the dude's a beast, and he's been doing that on 15 to 18 touches a game. It's been crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's usually good for about 100 scrimmage yards and a touchdown. He should be even more if they wanted to keep riding it. So, but all right, enough about JTT.
I don't know if you could have enough about him. Obviously, Frank Reich hasn't figured that out.
Good Lord. He's running out of some excuses right now, man. All right, Michael Pittman Jr. This guy doesn't need any excuses right here. 15 targets last week. So maybe that number does come down because what we've talked about is Carson Wentz passing should come down a little bit. But I don't think there's a reason why he couldn't hit double digits still, truthfully. I mean, I don't know who else.
Because Wentz isn't Justin Herbert. That's why he's not going to throw as nice of a deep ball like that. So 12 to 15 targets on one guy is not a good thing in that offense.
That's true. But I still think he probably provides enough value out there. Like this guy is turning into a wide receiver 1 right in front of our eyes. And you really, if you want to watch someone, he's one of those. I'm all about players I love to watch play because they love to play the game. And, George Kittle's one of those guys. But Michael Pittman is getting there because you just watch what he does whenever it's a running play. That dude is out there blocking and finishing blocks. Yeah. So it's just fun to see him out there. He's always going to be on the field. And they reward him with targets finally this year, even though I know it's only his second year. But last year he was underutilized after getting hurt. Other than that, man, that's all I've got. T.Y. Hilton's already been ruled out for concussion for this game. Pascal, Kiki Cutie, they don't have enough reliable targets. And then the tight ends, Mo Alley Cox, it's just so touchdown dependent, even though that's
but you got to be screaming, hey.
Let the big dog eat.
That's right.
But if you're desperate out there, you don't have any other tight ends available somehow in a deep league, and you have to roll out Mo Alley Cox.
2 tight end leagues.
Yeah, this could be a matchup where he could get that touchdown. They did look his way a few times last week towards that red zone and just did not come down with him.
Yeah, but that's because they were throwing the ball way too much. That's the reason. They're like, I mean, how do we get the ball into the end zone? I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's that guy behind me. And no. Don't worry about that little guy.
Well, and the fact that somehow Carson Wentz throws over Mo Alley Cox, that's really hard to do.
You may have heard
6'8".
Mo Alley Cox. He played basketball in college. You might be aware. He just goes down there and he posts up on all those DBs. That's all you got to do.
You just got to throw the high ball, man. Let him go out there and get it.
Just lob it into the post. Just lob it into the post. There you go. I mean, we could totally be broadcasters. Like, they should just hire us to do nothing but the trite, cliche junk that these guys spew constantly. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even call it passively racist. It's like some of it is just straight up at this point. It's unilaterally, unobjectively.
How deceptively fast is Mike White?
I don't know. I don't know how deceptively fast. I don't know. He did go on that 2-point conversion and get that pass. He did catch that.
There you go.
I mean, it was a little trickery. Look, backup QBs. You got to be on alert for, especially guys who are on the practice squad at some point, or took a lot of second team or scout team stuff. You have to be on high alert for trick plays, because they're the ones who are running the trick plays all the time.
Right.
And it's like when the backup fourth wide receiver guy or whatever and the backup QB are out there, twice removed. And, that when both of those guys are on the field, watch out, because all bets are off. You've got the annexation of Puerto Rico going on there.
Nice.
Right? Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys, that's going to do it, I think, for our Thursday night football game matchup. Starts and sits between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Hey, there you go. Got a home game, Justin. Now we can stop hearing about it all the time. I mean, I know you're not going to shut up until you get that Sunday or Monday night game. I know Thursday's not a premier slot, but, hey, they do win the time slot. This week they may not. This week they may not. No. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Hopefully that helps out. Feel free to drop questions down below. We'll try to get all those questions answered. You can also find us over on Twitter at FFB_upside, at Kyle _the upside, and at JW _ the upside. That's how you can catch us over there. Feel free to subscribe as well. That way you're notified every time that we upload an episode and when we go live, which we didn't do last week, but we might be doing this week. I don't know. We'll see.
Come back around. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for hanging around. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See you.